We fixed that. It's in there. That's what I'll say.
Can't believe this is happening.
Yeah! So to catch you up to speed on what happened last staff inspection, I got a lot done with the chassis. I stripped everything out of it, and I did some cage pads. Kyle cut out for me. I had to clean up the floor pretty well, get all the sound deadening out of it, and then I started on the roll cage. Pretty well complete, just ran out of material. But after I ran out of material, I moved on to some of the more important things in my book, which was to put it on suspension. So I got Coilovers from KW, and they fit on there very nice, super simple job to do. And it was a 4-lug, so I swapped that out. It is now a 5-lug, and I had already planned that to put on these Kansei wheels. So these are the Kansei KNPs that are fit up there. I got them in bronze for me. It's always been black and bronze. I love the way they look, and then wanted to stick to the ground and have good performance, so Falken 615s on all 4 corners. So it's gonna be pretty grippy. And then I fit up some of the Enjuku ISR parts on it as well with the rack that I had rebuilt. Actually, I bought a new rack because mine was pretty well destroyed. What I want to do today, finish up the roll cage, and then I'm gonna start working on my motor just a bit. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do here is I gotta put these pads in. I decided to just do basically a half cage. So just this here and the drop bars back. It's basically a 4-point with door bars. And that's what you need here to have fun. Go do tandem, basically the bottom barrel of what you need to pass tech and almost any sanction around here, whether it be drag racing, autocross, stuff like that. I didn't want to do too much of a cage, get too intense, not very attached to this chassis itself. I didn't pay much for it. The car is just a car part, and it's probably gonna be the cheapest car part because I've put quite a bit of stuff into the real things that I like suspension, wheels, motor. That stuff is all interchangeable. I'm trying to save quite a bit of these cars, right? They're kind of getting older, harder to find. So if you can find one for 500 bucks, like I did from Jose, you can save that, you can drive it, you can have a good couple seasons out of it. And that's what I intend to do. And then eventually I'll probably move this stuff over to another chassis. So first thing I wanna do is get those pads in, and then I'm just gonna match a couple bars from side to side. All right, so now that I'm done with what is the worst part of a roll cage, all I really gotta do is throw in a couple door bars, just kind of wherever I want. I'm gonna make it really simple. All right, so cage is done. You see that I put a little kink in the door bar right there just to bring it out flush with this, so it's pretty much even with the door. A little bit difficult, but better than straight bars. Be a little more comfortable for me. It's completely out of the way, and passenger side matches, so I'm really happy with that. Just kind of repeated the process, made a mark here to bend that, and then repeated the process there, and then notched that down. Used the JD squared beast notcher. Thing's sweet. Saved me a lot of time. Pretty happy with where I am. Probably all for me today. All right, so I got the car sitting on the ground. Today I have a little bit of time after I go to the track to stop by Aaron at Drift Motion, and we talked about extending the shifter on my R154. So I picked this R154 up when I picked the motor up from JDM of California. The R154 is factory for a JZ. A lot of people don't use it anymore because they've become somewhat expensive, but I just personally like the feel of it. However, when you put it in an S chassis, the shifter has to be extended. This would be in the wrong location. So this needs to be moved back probably by 3 or 4 inches. And the process of that would be cutting this, extending it out, extending some of the internal stuff, just the shifter linkage has to be extended. And Aaron at Drift Motion offers that. I've done it before myself. It's just time consuming. I'd rather pay Aaron to do it because it's nice. So I'm gonna pull this off and show you what you have to do to get that extended. Even if you're not doing this, it's just good to replace this gasket. These things get old and leak. It just becomes a pain. It's one of those that you don't see, but it becomes very annoying. It smells bad. So these have a lot of little things for the seals. Make sure that you don't lose them. It's kind of important to have. Now, the other thing I have to do, rather than just take this off, because this is definitely going to be extended, right? This gets cut here, here, and this will move back a couple inches, but we also have to move this. This will be chopped and extended. I need to get this off for them. So the process for that, I'm gonna tilt this up, and I'm gonna have to take these guys off here, just to slide this back a bit, and then loosen that up so I can take that off. So here are the parts we need. These both get extended. So I'm gonna drop this off to Aaron. Well, I'm gonna clean it up for him a little bit. I'm not that mean of a guy. Here's a look inside of the top of an R154. Everything looks to be in good shape. So I'm gonna go drop this off to Aaron, get that put in motion. All right, new day. Got some stuff done yesterday. Jose's coming in to help me today. It's actually a work day, so I'm kind of getting away with murder. This is Drew.
Hey, it's my fault.
And everybody on chat. Well, I have Jose, who is my old teammate and now works with us doing everything that I wanted him to help me do, but then somehow they stole him on the other side of the garage. Now he's helping me on my car today. Jose has an S14. We know a lot about these cars. We try and smash out as much as possible. So you can see we're trying to fix this. This thing is completely stuck, as I pointed out before. So this kind of sucks. After I get this out, I tried to weld this on to break this free, but this is spinning inside of there. Jose's idea is to just bend this back, see if we can get this nut out, and try and repair it. If not, then we're out of broken subframe, so who cares? Like, how crucial do you think it is that if you're off 1/8 of an inch, doesn't matter? Like,
I just want to see if it's, because I want to
spinning?
grab it and then see if we can take the bolt out. If we could take the bolt off, then we could probably just weld that same piece, the original piece that's already in there.
But it's stuck, jammed to it. That's why it's spinning, because it broke that tack free. So I bet you it's under so much load.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, but I mean, we'll grab it with like some vice grips.
I can see this one's stripped too.
Is it?
Yeah.
But that one I think we're good. We can just tap it and we'll be fine.
Okay, let's try it. It's worth a shot. Oh my gosh. Can you pry it out?
Well, now it won't spin. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what happened. It's not even that the welds broke. It's just that this bent out and that bent out too.
Because the impact just ripped it to pieces. So I could even probably hold that with a vice grip.
Yeah, and then try to see how it comes out.
Okay.
And then we can just
lay it
reinforce
down.
that, and then it might be all right.
All right, so that's just about the worst thing ever to do with the car, which is why I was avoiding it for a couple weeks. But we're done. All these came out. Thanks for the help from Jose and Drew.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you put your foot on it. That makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, now we got to clean these things up. They're very misshapen because this car has been crashed probably 500,000 times. This has a nut in here that was spinning before, and that's what the problem was, so that's why we cut this back. So Jose says we'll just tack this here, here, and here, so that stuff won't move, and that nut will be captive. So then we'll just fold that back in, grind that down, weld it up, and this should never move again. See, that was tacked all in there. Now we... like that. All right, we fixed that. It's in there. That's what I'll say. It's in there. It should work. Thanks, Jose, for tapping that out. Oh yeah, and the bushings are in. That was a nightmare. So now we gotta take off this atrocious orange, spray paint it black, put it in the car.
At least you only gotta do this once. That's it.
So he says, that's the curse right there. Oh, at least you gotta do it once. Now it's gonna be broken. All right, as to be expected, that was terrible because this was all really bent up. Now putting in solid subframe bushings makes it even harder to put back in. Not having a transmission jack makes it even harder. So I had to hammer that baby into place. Just a bit of massaging. It is in there now, it is done. So what I'm gonna do is put on my ISR Pro Arms Kit, finish all the suspension. So this will be back on the wheels, be rollable, be good. Finally done with all that. All right, so the ISR Pro Arms Kit is installed. Had a few nuts missing. Probably have to find some somewhere we don't have them here. I looked, but one here, one there. But I had to make a special washer here because I didn't have these. Normally, you have this on a car to change your camber, and you would be able to turn this left and right. But I made one stationary that would just sit just in the middle because all the adjustment's gonna be right here now, and I don't want this to move at all. So did that to both sides. So all the adjustment can come from here, nothing here. Want that to be stationary. Same with the control arms. So everything should be ready to go. I'm gonna put on the brake rotors and wheels, and then I'll adjust the alignment from there, get it pretty close, eyeballed, and then probably end up using the Wonder Liner when I'm in final stages. I didn't have the right top hat for this. This one was stuck on there. So I couldn't get the fourth coilover on for from the KWs, so they got this old Takiko in there, but that's got to come out, and that'll be the last thing for the suspension before I actually get alignment and stuff like that. I'm also missing a few bolts for the differential to hold that in place. I had Casey run and get some, but I didn't have the bushings. Normally I'd make this myself, but we don't have any means to make that. Another thing that I could get in Enjuku, I might have to give them a call, and I will have to get a couple of the Nissan factory bolts to put that all in, and then also I need the axles to fit. So I didn't find axles yet, but I'll find them. And then I got a little bit to do in the front end as well, and that should be pretty secure. As I was putting my wheel on, I noticed like how badly out it was. So you can see when you're looking dead on, that's pointed out like this. So the toe is whack. This one, about dead even, which worries me because all the arms are set the same, so something's bent. So I'm gonna try and straighten that out a little bit and see how far out of whack it is. So you can see how simple this is when you do that, it moves the wheel. So. That's just moving it out. And every turn does a pretty great deal of movement. So we got quite a bit done, finished up the cage, got the ISR Pro Arms Kit on, managed to salvage the subframe, which was a big deal to me, but gonna call it for here. Started pulling stuff apart on the motor, but next time we're gonna get into putting the motor in, refresh everything, get the motor in the car. So tune in next week when that comes in, and we'll get this thing ready to roll. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Lift Noise. Thanks for watching my staff inspection. Hope you like the way it's getting along. Subscribe. Once they're done lifting, it'll be good. No, you're good. We're just gonna make the lift noise the rest of this video. You can watch more like this if you subscribe to the Hoonigan Projects Cars channel, which you're on currently right now. We got more staff inspections. Ron will be working on his JZX soon. And also just tune into our other channels. But this is my favorite, you know, like Garage, because it's Garage. Make sure you comment below, subscribe to this channel or all of our other channels. Pick what you want. Click and subscribe so you can see Casey sweeping floors. That's right, Casey. Sweep it up. Pretty tired. I think I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Or I might just work on my car for the next episode. Watch the next one, starting right now.